Now, I believe we have found ourselves in a constitutional crisis. The courts have ordered Donald Trump to restore the aid in some areas that he has cut off. And he has denied those court's orders. He has refused to do that. That is a problem. That is one co-equal branch of government telling another co-equal branch of government that serves as a check on it to go fuck off. We're not going to listen to what you have to say. So it's now made its way all the way up to the Supreme Court, and this morning already, it's 9:03 a.m. Central Time here on Wednesday, March 5th, 2025. They've already come out this morning and told Trump he has to restore that aid. U.S. Supreme Court upholds judge's order that Trump promptly pay foreign aid groups. The U.S. Supreme Court on Wednesday upheld a judge's order that required President Donald Trump's administration to promptly pay foreign aid organizations for work they already performed for the government. The court denied Trump's request to block Washington-based U.S. District Judge Amir Ali's order that had set a firm deadline for the administration's releasing of funding to contractors and recipients of grants from the U.S. Agency for International Development and the State Department for their past work. Now, it shouldn't come as any surprise that Trump is trying to not pay somebody for work that's already been done. That's his MO. Where the constitutional crisis comes into play is Trump doesn't want to listen to judges' orders. He feels like he doesn't have to. So now the Supreme Court has spoken, the highest court in the land, and has upheld a lower court's ruling that he must promptly make these payments. What do we do now if he refuses to do so? What do we do now if he continues to refuse to follow judges' orders? That creates a constitutional crisis. Because if you have an executive branch that is denying judges' orders, refusing to follow judges' orders, and there's no mechanism to make them follow the judges' orders, then where does that leave us? This goes back to when a president a long time ago said, infamously, I guess, of a Supreme Court's ruling, a Supreme Court justice's ruling. They've made their decision now, or I think he was talking about the Chief Justice in that instance. He's made his decision, now let's see him enforce it. That's where we're at right now. Donald Trump is basically saying, yeah, I heard you. You've made a decision. I think it's a stupid decision, so I'm not going to follow it. So figure out a way to enforce it. So now what do we do when Trump refuses to abide by this Supreme Court ruling? What's the penalty? What's the mechanism by which we get to make the Trump administration abide by a federal court order? We are now entering into territory that's going to allow us to see just what our institutions are made of and just what our mechanisms for co-equal branches of justice are, government are. Can the federal court system somehow force the Trump administration to abide by federal judge rulings? We're going to find out.